So it's been a few weeks since my last video, but I just want to report that I've been really successful in bringing down my blood pressure. So I've been able to halve my medication. So instead of taking 2 tablets a day, one morning and evening, I'm now just taking 1 tablet in the morning. So it's a great success. So what have I been doing? Well, the first thing, I was taking magnesium. As I said in the last video, I've added magnesium supplements to my diet. So I'm taking 400 milligrams of magnesium at bedtime. And then sometimes I take extra magnesium in the morning if I feel I need it, like I've been doing a lot of exercise or I've maybe gone off my healthy eating a little bit. So what kind of magnesium is the best to take? So there's lots of different kinds of magnesium out there: magnesium sulfate, citrate, oxide, orotate, and they all have different functions and they're all absorbed differently. So at one end we have magnesium sulfate that is not absorbed in the gut much at all. It stays in the gut, and that's why it's really good for managing constipation. So it stays in the gut, it absorbs lots of water and then helps you empty your bowels in the next day or two. It may even give you diarrhea. At the other end of the scale, you've got magnesium orotate, which is very well absorbed and will actually get into your body and into your cells. So that's what I try and take, magnesium orotate, or sometimes I take a mixture, which is a complex of different kinds of magnesium, like citrate and oxide and some of these other ones, and that can be really good to take as well because they're absorbed a bit better. So you get what you pay for a little bit with magnesium supplements, so don't go for the cheapest. It may not be well absorbed, and sometimes it's a bit of trial and error, so you have to try different brands before you get one that really suits your gut and is absorbed well. So I've been taking 400 milligrams of magnesium at night. I've also been taking some in the morning, so I take an extra sachet of magnesium powder if I feel that I need it. Maybe I've been doing some extra exercise, or if I've gone off my healthy diet, I feel like I need a little bit more magnesium. Sometimes I have a magnesium bath, and that's a really cool way of getting extra magnesium, and it's really nice. Just putting magnesium in the bath and having a soak for half an hour. Really good. You can do it at home in your bath, or you can do it in the garden like me, but whatever, it's really good. Or you can go to a magnesium float tank, which might be in a health spa or a fitness gym in your area. So whatever suits you best, they're all great. Okay, so that's the magnesium I've been taking, and it's really made a big difference, I think, to my blood pressure. The second thing I've been doing is taking more potassium-rich foods in my diet. So I've been eating more tomatoes and bananas, which are foods that are full of healthy potassium. Now, you've got to be careful with potassium because too much can be really dangerous. So I wouldn't advise taking potassium supplements unless you've been told to by your doctor. But you know, some of us are a bit low in potassium, and that can make you feel a bit tired and can affect your blood pressure in your heart. So eating foods that are rich in potassium means a natural way of making sure that you have access to the potassium that your body needs. Now, the third thing I've been doing is changed my drinking water. Now, water has a lot of heavy metals in it, and some of them are useful and some of them aren't. So what I've been doing is I've been drinking water that has been filtered with a reverse osmosis filter. So it takes out pretty much everything. So it takes out heavy metals like aluminium. It also takes out fluoride if you have fluoride added to your tap water in your area. And that, I think, has helped with my blood pressure as well. Now, I checked my aluminium levels with a scanner. We have a scanner called an oligoscan in the clinic. And when I checked it, I had a lot of aluminium in my body. And aluminium is hard, it's a metal, and so it can make the lining of your blood vessels hard. And this has been proven with research that aluminium in your blood vessels can contribute to making your blood vessels stiff and therefore affecting your blood pressure, making it a bit higher. So lowering your body aluminium is another way of reducing your blood pressure. So the water is probably the main source for most people because they use aluminium to as a sort of flocking agent in the water, so it gathers any debris and takes it out of the water, and then they can filter that out. So it's used in a lot of drinking water systems, and that's fine, but we don't need a lot of it in our body. So the other thing, I don't drink any sodas, I don't drink anything out of a can, so I'm not getting any aluminium that way. There may be some aluminium in seafood, the same way as there is mercury, but I'm not eating a lot of seafood at the moment. So I think my main source is the drinking water, and it certainly seems to have made a difference. So I'm going to check my aluminium levels again in a couple of months and see how they have reduced. So I've been drinking reverse osmosis water. Now, there are some people that say that reverse osmosis water is dead because there's nothing in it. And that's true. There are no minerals in it. It takes out everything. But we do not source most of our minerals from water. We source it from food. And so there's minerals in the rocks and the earth. Those minerals get broken down in the soil, and then the plants grow in the soil. They absorb the minerals. We eat the vegetables, and then the animals eat the plants, and then we also get minerals from meat. So one of our biggest sources of a mineral like zinc is from red meat. So the problem is that the soil is depleted, the plants are depleted, so there's not as much minerals as there used to be in our food, both plants and animal food sources. So a lot of people are depleted in the healthy minerals which help us detox, like zinc, selenium, chromium, manganese, molybdenum, and we have too much of the heavy metals that we don't really use, like aluminium and mercury. So by changing our water, that's one way that you can make sure that you're not getting any of these in your water supply. And you can get all your minerals from food. So if you're a vegetarian or vegan, it can be a little bit difficult to get enough minerals in your diet just from plant food alone. Very handily, animals have concentrated the minerals for us in their meat, and so it's an easy way to get things like zinc. But if you're vegetarian or vegan, that's fine. You just need to take a mineral supplement, and something like fulvic minerals, which is a liquid that's made from rocks, will have lots of minerals in it, and you can just supplement this in your diet to make up for the lack of minerals in the plants. So that's great. You just have to focus on eating healthy and then add these in. Now, this is not medical advice. I just have to, clarify that for everyone. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just giving you suggestions and telling you what I have done. And then it's up to you to talk to your health provider to see if these things are suitable for you to do as well. Now, the other thing that I've been doing is taking all the sugar out of my diet, and that is very important for blood pressure and pulse. So I notice now that I've been taking all of the sugar out, that when I do have anything with sugar in it, I really notice a difference. I can feel my pulse much faster. It's like an extra 20 beats per minute faster than it normally would be, and I certainly feel a bit strange when I eat sugar. There is some diabetes in my family, so I'm not pre-diabetic, but I'm probably vulnerable to diabetes, and so I've taken as much sugar as I can out of my diet. So all these things together has dropped my blood pressure considerably, and as I said, I've been able to halve my medication. So I'm going to stop there now, and I'll get back to you again with the next things that I'm going to do to try and reduce my own blood pressure, and hope it gives you inspiration, because you can do simple things like that as well to fix your blood pressure too.